Hi guys. So last night I had a dream, and in that dream I was in some sort of internet cafe of some sort where I was chilling on some computer playing my middle school game called elsword. It was uh it was a hack and slash game with side-scrolling platforms. So it's kind of like a bit of Mario type jumping, but there's also combat to it. But yeah, back to that dream. I was chilling in that game, playing that dungeon until some guy walked up to me, like in the cafe, walked up to me and told me to 1v1 him because I looked like a piece of trash L-Sword player. But yeah, that was out of nowhere. It was like a weird scenario, but it would be real if you've played L-Sword before. Like, this is something that you could expect to happen if you're playing in the game right now. But yeah, in my dream, so it goes on. He's telling me how he's so much better than me at the PvP in the game, and you know how it basically goes, because this is the general player base that you would experience whenever you play L-Sword, I think. Especially nowadays, because the PvE in the game is it's kind of like there's not much to talk about. But yeah, and based on the dream, I was able to encounter, you know, these prideful players. Like every time I log in the game, like every time you log in L-Sword, you'd expect to have these players in the PvP lobbies, or the sparring stuff, or even just in towns, actually. I remember when I was like 12 years old, I think I was playing this game. That's when I first started this game. I got like bullied or stuff like that in this game. Well, not really bullied, but like trash talked all the time for no reason at all. I would just walk past this area to sell some armor, but we'd have a guy calling me a noob. Hey, back in the days, there actually was like a bit of talking in the game, which was pretty cool, I guess. But to be fair, I guess in every single MMORPG game, there tends to be like players like this, and there's many reasons to why. Most people would say it's a way to escape the social reality and have like a safe haven with a new identity that can be created. And I'd say it's because of this weird toxicity that causes players to compare their stats as if it's some sort of breakthrough formula they know, when it's straight up just spend more money to get more stats. That's literally in every single. That's the theme of every single MMO, I think. There's like a spectrum, I think. Like a pretty wide spectrum. Like if you compare WoW and Final Fantasy, I guess they have less of a pay to win compared to other games such as elsword and Lost Ark, even though I do like Lost Ark back in the days, but now I'm kind of quit that too. But yeah, I think the root to this type of behavior is due to the game itself. Although MMO games like elsword are mainly PvE focused, elsword did seem to have taken a turn to PvP focus, which is fine too. But everyone knows that every single PvP has to be balanced to be good, but I don't think this is the case for elsword. And I'll say that the PvP in elsword is probably the furthest away from being balanced than any other type of than any other MMO I've seen that has PvP. And the reason why is because elsword is probably the first game I've seen that has PvP that has different stats. Like even if you're playing the same class, you still have different stats because the gear affects your combat, which is insane. Like who even thought of this? Like, oh, just equip your strongest gear that is 2 times stronger than the enemy's gear and you'll win. Now of course there's also a tiny bit of skill involved, but like if if both of the players have the same skill level, then the person with the higher cube wins straight up. I've heard several people reasoning that it doesn't matter when you could grind out, you know, it's like, oh, it's not pay to win because you could grind out the things. But I'll say the amount of time you need to grind out these stats is not an easy task. It could take you several months of daily grinding. Not only this, but the game itself has like skins that affect your damage and stats. And I'll explain about the skins a bit later, because some of them are obtainable, some of them aren't, some of them are just it'll take you a long time to get. But yeah, these skins, they're called. Oh, I just got something in the mail. The skin's called ice burners, also known as you know, IBs. That's the short term. Everyone's called them IBs. But yeah. These skins are obtained through a gacha system, and I think it's around like $1 per roll, or at least back then it was $1 per roll. I think the rates, I've tried a few rolls before because I got a few of them for free from some event. Because back then they did give out a few of these rolls. They were pretty generous, I'd say, the game company back then. But nowadays they don't do that anymore. It's like a myth now. But yeah, the rates were around 10% chance to even get a skin. And the rates are kind of rigged because, yeah, you do have like a 10% chance to get a skin, but you're more likely to get the shitty skins. Like, when it comes to skins, there's different parts. Let me show you. Like, you open a skin, there's like different parts. There's headpiece, hair, there's a suit, there's a top piece, bottom, gloves, shoes, there's accessories and all that stuff. So there's a lot of pieces. Now, you might think, oh well, at least a skin, but no. If you get the gloves or the shoes, they're way cheaper than the top piece and or the hair piece. I think the hair and the top are the most expensive based on what I've seen in the board back then. But yeah, and then there's also the accessories, which are even more expensive. They're like basically the whole, every other piece combined. That's how expensive the accessories are. So if you want the full set, it would be like 10 different parts. I think from 9 to 11 different parts, or even 12 nowadays. I'm not sure how many pieces there are in a full set now. But yeah, let's just say around 10 different pieces. So you need like some insane luck, or either just spend a lot of money. But yeah, people argue that in every game there are these transactions, but the difference is elsword is 50% of a PvP game, or at least that's what people say elsword is about PvP nowadays. So how are they gonna have a game with mostly PvPers and have pay-to-win equipment and skins? Like, if you're going for a competitive theme, then stick to having balanced stats. But no, they have like an extremely gear-based grinding or pay-to-win. Like, it's possible to grind, I can see it, but it's like the ratio is like, it'll take you, if you're to spend $10 in the game, that's like half a month of grinding, which is, I mean, I'd rather spend $10 than grind for half a month in this game at least. Hey, if you tried this game before, grinding in this game is not easy. It's like, it's literally a job, honestly. You might as well work a job and pay for that shit. But yeah, that's basically the core of the core problem of this game. I think there's so many things I want to mention too, so I do want to list out a few things I wanted to that I was kind of pissed about when playing this game, or issues. I mean, the first thing I have to mention is that when I first started this game, it was advertised as a game where it says, I mean, it literally says a game where you could play your anime in the advertisements. So in other words, this game should have a nice storyline to it if it is an anime. But psych, the story is abysmal. Like, it's some of the worst storyline I've seen. I've seen gacha games have better storyline, like Genshin's Star Rail. They have storylines that are like 10 times better. even though I kind of don't like them either. I'm not much of a story person, but like those are 10 times better than this crappy elsword storyline. Damn. I'm not used to talking so much, but yeah, that's why I have like some mucus stuck in my throat. But yeah, spoiler alert, the character, I mean the story of this game is literally about this main character that finds a group of friends and fights against demons. And that's literally just it. I'm not sure who really likes this type of stories, but this is like the most linear story I've ever heard of. Like, what's funny is that they actually made an anime on this game too. And you could, I think you could find the anime on their official website. They should have like a link to it in the official, or you could just search and do anime streaming site. Pretty sure you can find it there too. Though I don't recommend to watch it at all. Each of the episodes are really short though. They're like 10 minutes per episode, or 10 to 15 minutes each, which is like, you know, a short one of those fakish animes. But yeah. Okay, after this point, I'd say their combat. Now, when I first started this game, the combat was amazing. It's what got me into staying in this game for such a long time. You were able to like slash away at monsters' HP, and you know, juggle them. It's like a combo game, so it's like really fun. You would try your best not to knock down monsters, or they would take less damage if you knock them down. But soon enough, this becomes non-existent because all of the mobs are killed with only AoE skills. Like, there are things called skills where after you hit them enough, you get enough MP to use like a strong attack. And soon enough, you'll be able to spam these so that it just one-shots everything in the whole map. Because, yeah, skills in this game have insane range, at least nowadays. But back then, it was they weren't this insane. But yeah, this game literally became a speedrun simulator. Like, if you're to party with anyone, it's literally a speedrun. If you're not speedrunning, you're not gonna get invited. But I mean, I guess you could personally ask someone to join you and help you. Then they wouldn't mind. That's usually how it goes in this game. You literally have to ask for help, or you will not find a party at all. And then another point is that their elemental infusion. Their thing for elemental is actually pretty cool back then. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like Genshin stuff or whatever stuff. But yeah, back in the days, people would run a bunch of different options where you could put like, let me see if I can show you on my weapon. Yeah, there's this thing called piercing on my weapon on the bottom. Oh shoot, it's so hard to show because if I unhover it, it'll just go off. But yeah, you can add these elements onto your weapon, and it basically gives them the element. And it would be like a DOT type of thing, but well, most of them are DOTs, but some of them are just straight up applying bonus damage. It's like on hit effects. If you play League, there's like, you know, Wit's End and stuff like that apply Wit's the add-on damage. But yeah, it's like that. So back then, people would run Plague to heal, or you could run Petrify, which was the light one, to freeze enemies. And it was always so funny to be able to freeze bosses this way, based on, you know, your RNG, because there is like a 10% chance to freeze and stuff like that. But nowadays, every single boss is immune to any sort of CC, so you cannot stop them from moving. And it gets as bad as where there's a new anti-fun mechanic where bosses have anti-iframes, which is crazy because like it just stops you from using skills at all, which I guess kind of combats skill spam, but I feel like it's not a fun add-on. But yeah, anti-iframes, it's where monsters still do damage to you even if you cast skills that make you invincible. I mean, I guess it kind of yeah, but it is an annoyance. It does force you to dodge around, which is good at the end of the day, but I feel like there's other ways to go about this other than doing some anti-iframe type of thing. At that point, just try to. I feel like they should just try to put maybe even remove iframes from certain skills, because there's like every single skill gives iframes nowadays. But I guess that would be too big of a change. Yeah. And then let me go back to talking about IVs, because this is such a heavy point. Basically, the IVs are like some broken ass skins, and they are getting so ridiculous that you could, if you're to face someone with the same amount of gear, but they have the skins, but you don't, you're basically screwed. There's no chance of you winning. And yes, you heard that right. Skins that can change your gameplay. Because normally, if you play League, you know, skins don't affect gameplay. If you play, if you play Lost Ark, they kind of give you like 1% stats, which aren't much, but you know, 1%. Honestly, it doesn't affect gameplay 1%. What else? What else game I've played that have skins? Maple Story does. Maple Story does not affect the stats. Last time I checked or remembered, I don't think it affects stats. It's just for cosmetics only. I think you get hair, and yeah, it does not affect stats at all. Maple Story. Shoot, I don't even remember what other games I played that are MMOs. Whatever. But yeah, you get the point. It's like this is just a special case where skins actually affect your gameplay. So like, what better way to say this is pay to win than having skins that affect gameplay? But yeah, now how far does it go? You can get up to 2 times the damage output with just applying skins and accessories. Actually over 2 times. Back in the good old days, people didn't even give a crap about these. Because I remember the first few skins they dropped, it was like, I think it was like half a year into the game, and they dropped a free skin where as long as you do the PvP, you'll get it. It was like some sparring set, and it literally doesn't give you any points. And then that's when they first dropped the first IV set. It was I think it was Imperial Guards or something, or some Archangel one. And all they did was give you more HP. I think it was like 200 more HP and 200 more MP. And that wasn't shit though, because 200 more HP and 200 more HP, MP is nothing to your. Wait, how much HP do we even have nowadays? 200 more HP. Yeah, we have like 500k. So yeah, 200 more HP isn't shit. I mean, back then probably we had like 10k HP or something, 10 to 30k HP. But 200 it wouldn't change anything. Maybe one more hit or something. But yeah, over time they started to evolve where it not only gives you more damage stats, but it gives you straight up new effects, like straight up new passives that straight up evolve your character. In fact, I think some of them even have like homing missiles. Some of them have like some certain stuns or something. Like, wait, let me just pull up the list actually, because I have this page saved full of IBs. Yeah, it's right here. But yeah, oh, the first one is Archangel. It shows you from, I think it's in order. Archangels, elsword party. I remember these. I remember all these. I was playing. Oh, this is Imperial. Wow, okay. Imperial Guard came after all these. But yeah, I think back when I first started, I didn't even care about these things because I never spent money on the game. So I was like, why would I ever even take a look at these if I'm not gonna spend money on the game? But yeah, let me go through all of them. Actually, let me open up the first one. Let me show you the stats. Like it would be HP, Awakening Charge, 5. I mean, this is okay, but it's not like big things. 4%, 20 attack. These are like nothing. I think they recently buffed it too, because back then it did not give you this much stats. Yeah, it did not get a percentage. It only gives you like a flat amount, because it would be too broken if it did. Yeah, this is... Back then, this is all you got, I think. And then afterwards, they changed it where you also got these bonus things. They revamped all the old stuff. And I think they also gave them out for free too, during their anniversary events or whatever stuff. And then slowly but surely they start getting... They look cooler, I guess. That's a plus, but... You know, a lot of people like this one because of the wings. And then... when I last played, I think it was somewhere around here-ish. And then this was... this is like... Hey, you gotta be rich to have these. This was like the era where I'm pretty sure elsword earned the most money. Was this piece of IB, Henry Lord of Time and Space. And in my opinion, this still looks like one of the coolest sets because of the accessories, because they were like glowing stuff. Especially for Raven's arm. I think Raven's arm is probably the most expensive piece. But where is it? The glove. Like this was the only glove that was worth anything. Raven's glove, because for Raven's glove, it actually affects how he looks, because he has a robotic arm, right? And then let me see if I can open it to see. Yeah, it makes his arm turn invisible other than the hand. So that's why it's so expensive. Seeing these. This one was pretty cool. This one was another era where it became super OP. Like after Rosso came out, I remember, man, times sure have changed. Like IBs would have such a high impact. Let me remember what it even did. It would be, yeah, these accessories that would give you so many stats. Like they would start having these things with 3% attack power, and this would be just so broken. And then they would start doing some insane attacks, which I don't think they stutter in PvP, but like it's still insane the amount of MP you get. And after that, every single other IB started becoming OP. Like I think it was this one, and then this became the meta, Mariposa Requiem. They would start summoning butterflies. It's like CLA from Starvale, like goddamn. And then Dust Set give you MP. I remember all these are so broken. Radiant Flower, yes. Black Mass. I remember I got this one. I straight up brought it from the board because I actually earned enough. Broken. Crescent Lullaby. Trash. Shaviana Truffles. Broken. This one looked cool. I really wanted this one, but I wasn't playing at the time, so didn't get it. I think this was okay good. Like the stats were pretty good. Pretty good. Broken. I mean, not really broken, but like on terms with Shaviana Truffles. Like every single IB after that point started having the percents and Polarize. This was when they dropped Polarize too. Like they have the Ignore one. I think this was one of the big ones back then. And then, well, when they started dropping Polarized on the skins, it was another tier, like a tier above the OP tier. And then after that was the Divinity of the Seven Realms. I think this became the next coolest IB set, because this was the set that every single character had different looks to them. Like all the weapons were different, all the accessories looked different. Well, the cape, at least the cape looks different. The clothes all look different because it's based on your class leader or something. Like this has Rosso, one of them has like some Salvatore Denif. I don't even remember the names. I only know of Rosso. I think Gaia is the one for Lady and Aura. Gaia looks really cool because it has the gauntlets, but yeah, this is like Hell Let Loose. And then every other piece, I think this was trash, this was broken. This basically became the new version of this. This was for like some PvP stuff. This became broken again. It's like another broken tier. let me show you the stats. Like they started adding like these things where your weapons get ignore defense in the percentage, and polarize. Yeah, 7% now. Like this is like another goddamn level of broken, and then also another 5% over here. My God, I mean, wait, what? Oh, okay, I get it. This is the 5-piece set and this is the accessory set. Like you get 5% from accessories, 7% from the 5-piece thing, and then another broken one. I think there's a PvP. I haven't played the game ever since this one. Like I've got on to play for this one, I've left and then got on to play a bit for this one. And I've seen this one. All these are, I think they're probably all broken. Let's be honest. If they're not broken, they wouldn't make money, and elsword needs that money, so they probably made it all broken. Like these all look mid. What the hell? Thank God I wasn't playing for these. These all look mid. This one, Aether, nah. I like the wings for this one, but it looks like trash. I like the bottom thing, but the other stuff is trash. This one looks pretty cool. It's like some sort of Chinese dynasty warrior theme with a cloud on the back. And then I think these didn't come out yet. What the hell is this garbage? But yeah, let me show. I think this is the current one actually. And the weapon gives you 5%. What? Who the hell invented this? This is so broken. Enemies with less than 100% HP. I wonder who can be less than 100% HP. It's so stupid. Who invented this? Like clearly, they must be on some drugs or something, right? This is probably the next OP. And then we got this. This already looks OP to me. Like this is on a piece that is not the weapon, and it already gives you this much. This is pretty good too. 5% MP cost reduction. I always like MP cost reduction. Let's see the 5-piece. Polarized, nice. The 5-piece is actually on the mid side. Actually, I'm not sure. Continue step. Yeah, this is on the mid side for the thing, but the accessories, cooldown, aura. Oh, it's actually. Oh, the 3-piece is good though. Yeah, the accessories are pretty good. Probably get that 3-piece accessories. If I were to go buy the stuff from the board, I'd probably get this piece and the cape and the weapon. Yeah, but I probably can't because they're probably too expensive for me to get. Especially since I haven't grinded the game. And I'm not gonna buy these things. I'm not gonna buy the gacha. That's. Let's see, does it look cool? Let me check on my. It's mid. I like the cloud though. I actually like the shoes and the top piece and the weapon actually, but the hair not so much. It looks so good on Elsis. But yeah, let me get back on point. Showed you all the IBs. So it's like at this point this game is literally just wait for the new IB set, buy it, and then be OP. Alright, next point. Damn, I got stuck on that point because I showed a whole page of IVs, but yeah. After that, I'd say no chatting in PvP. Back then they did have chatting, but I think it was like a year or two ago, they added this thing where you're not allowed to use all chat in PvP, so you can't talk to the enemies anymore. Which is stupid because... yeah, I get there's kids playing this game, but I don't think there's kids anymore, at least this nowadays, because there's no kid that could even find elsword. Like this game is hidden. It's so dead. There's no more of the advertisements for this game because this game is probably a sinking ship. Can't even afford advertisements probably. But yeah, why would they remove trash talking? I feel like it's in every PvP game, trash talking is the main source of fun. If you can't trash talk, then it's like pretty boring. I remember I would do the high strat where you run next to people and say hi, and then they would stop talking to type, but that's when you strike them and you get them into a combo. But there's no more of that. Okay, next thing. There's they added new stats because back then they didn't have these new stats called maximize. I think there was also a few others, and they also removed like evasion and stuff like that, which is whatever. I didn't really care about evasion because that was like such RNG bullshit that there's a chance that you miss and they just hit you. They just get out of a combo whenever you miss. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really mind it because all you had to do was build like a few stats on, and also to counter that. But now there's this thing called maximize, and basically, it's a stat where it lets you use your max damage. Because now there's a chance that you don't do your max damage. Let me see if I can show it. Maximize, yeah, right here. Efficiency. Well, I don't know why it says 15%, 50%, but yeah. So basically, maximize is the chance that you get your maximum damage output. So like if you see your damage right here is 38, there's a chance that you don't do that damage because it's based on your maximize. So not only do you have to get that stat up, you also have to get up your damage stat. So it's like a bonus stat. I kind of feel like it's just another way to make people pay for, you know, more stats basically. I mean, it's not really pay for it. It's like more grinding, I guess. It's like new fake content basically. Okay, next point. Ereda. Yeah, Ereda, I do want to talk about Ereda or ereda, however you pronounce that. Back then, ereda used to be an obstacle course with a DPS tower at the end. I really loved it. It was so fun because there would be like a 5 versus 5 or something, or 6 versus 6, and then you would do the little obstacle thing, jump on the towers. It's like Flappy Birds or something. It was so good. And then you would get to the end, and then which team breaks the tower at the end wins, basically. But they removed that, and they changed it into like some sort of tower. I mean, it's also like some DPS check, but like it's class based now. Like there are certain classes that are just straight up better. I remember you just pick the arrow girl and you just shoot out the big ass thing that hits the whole area. Because whoever hits the whole area, I mean, whoever clears the mobs the fastest basically gets to hit the tower now. There's like no more obstacle course. You just run there, kill everything, have the character that has the biggest AoE wins basically. It became like a meta slave game mode, which is stupid. I don't know why they would remove that fun thing and replace it with that boring crap where you'd always play a Reina or something, or a Chunk. And then what else? Titles. Yeah, titles is another big thing I have to talk about. There used to be there'd be a few titles that would be really hard to get. It was like I forgot. What was it? Unobtained, because I never got them. But yeah, titles were really hard to grind, and a few of them were insanely good because back then titles didn't really give you anything. So if you did get a good one, it would be pretty cool to show off too. Where is that one? I remember there was one that you had to clear 1,000 times for like swords to pop out. I don't even know what it's called. I just know it was like part of some sand area, and you had to kill that. You had to do the dungeon without getting hit a single time 1,000 times. Oh wait, no, not 1,000 times. But like you had to clear that dungeon with an S rank 1,000 times or something. And it was a grind that people sacrificed. People literally grew gray hair because of that to get it. And nowadays you could get that easily because they removed it. They changed it so that instead of 1,000 times, you could get it with 100 times now. So it's like 1/10 the time, or even less now. What was it called? Oh my god, I can't find it. It's like some Sander village. Crap. I could find it somewhere here, right? I remember this was one of them too. You had to farm like 500 dungeons or something. Oh my god, but yeah, the new ones are now they have even newer ones that give you so much stuff, like this one. 5% attack, 5% magic, and 5% defense, and you also get adaptation, which is another stat they added after maximize. And basically the new dungeons, there's this thing called a debuff, and it basically drops all your stats lower. So you need this thing called adaptation to negate that debuff. Yeah, it's literally another thing to, it's like fake content, basically. It'll debuff you so that you have to find a way to kind of nerf the debuff, basically. Damn, I can't find that one that everyone was grinding back then. Somewhere here, maybe? I remember everyone used this one. This used to be the MVP title that everyone used back in the days. Gave you 2% attack speed. It's so trash, but back then it was good. And there's like K-pop. Back then they actually had, the game was pretty popular back a good old 5 years ago. The game was pretty popular, and then they had like K-pop collabs. That was like pretty good time. I really wanted one of them, but I didn't get any because you know, I was a kid back then, so I didn't really have like a job to buy any of the skins. But yeah, titles, it's like stupid. Like, why would you make a really hard to get title only to make it easier? Like, only after a few patches too. Like, not even a long time. Like, these things happen over just like 1 or 2 patches. They would change the efficiency to get the titles. Okay, next is the addition to 4 skills. Now, 4 skills aren't your regular skills. They're basically skills that anyone can get. I mean, at least the passives. And there's active ones, and this is where it blows my mind, because in PvP, now obviously, in PvP, it's all about catching people in this game, because once you catch them, you do a big combo and you kill them. And 4 skills, it gives you super armor. It changes how you play, basically. It'll give you super armor, it'll help you catch people, and some of them literally hit the whole map. Some of them give you Zanyas, like in League of Legends. There's that clock thingy. I don't have them because you have to grind for them. I mean, it's not that hard to grind, but you know, it's still a grind. You have to upgrade them too, because there are 3 different tiers to them. There's like the base tier, rare tier, and legendary tier, which I do have for these because I actually grinded for them back then. Got them to legendary so that they give you more stats. I know this is the most important for PvE, the Headhunter, because it gives you 80% more damage to bosses. Yeah, it's a pretty big buff. But yeah, 4 skills, it's like some bullshit they added that affects PvP. It's like more pay to win, basically. It's like now in PvP you have to worry about their skins, you have to worry about their gear, you have to worry about their titles, you have to also worry about, because there's also pay to win titles that you cannot get normally. Like, you literally have to use the gacha system to get these special rare ones. I remember it was called Berserker and some Vanguard one. It was like the Berserker one gives you like 25% more damage. The Vanguard one basically lets you take 25% less damage. It's like insanely broken. Like, imagine taking 25% less damage. You'll like, it's like become a tank. I think it makes you so that whenever you tank so much, because whenever you get hit, you also get MP back. So at that point, you just stand still and you get your MP and just blow them up right after they finish their combo. But yeah, titles are pretty broken. And the 4 skills nowadays, because it basically is like 4 skills are no MP skills. Basically, all you have to do is wait for their cooldowns. I think that's it for that. Last but not least. It's stupid how this game works. It's like you're not rewarded for being a loyal player. You're rewarded to just play at the current patch. Because if you're a loyal player, you're only gonna get punished because you worked hard for an item. And they're only gonna make it easier to get. Like the titles. You would take 1,000 runs of a dungeon. But now, it's 100 runs of a dungeon. I think it's even less, it's like 50 runs of a dungeon. I think the raid weapons too. I remember back in the days, people would grind these things called void weapons, and it would take like over 100 runs to get, but now it's free. Like, you get it on the first run. Because I think there's a quest that straight up is like if you try this area, you get it for free, and then you also get the upgrade for free. And I think over here, I have no idea. I just logged in for the first time in this whole day. Wow, there was some lag. Get a plus 11 with Prestige Soul. What? What's that? But there's no way this is that new. Well, it's not the new raid one, but it's one that's better than mine, right? Holy cow! Well, I could finally replace my weapon then. Oh my goodness! Wow, yeah. Holy cow! Why would I play the game if they're gonna straight up? Does it give me more stats? Yeah, it does. It gives me 100,000 more combat. Holy cow! Yeah, this game is kind of broken. Jesus Christ! But does it give me? Oh, I do have to change the additional effect though, because my old additional effect gives me physical attack, but it doesn't matter. Because this weapon is so broken compared to the one, because I was still using the Void one and that was so old. It was my only plus 11 weapon. But now they give you free plus 11s, I guess, so... It's like, why play back then when you could just wait? Just keep waiting. At this point, don't even play the game anymore. Like, that's the reward structure. If you don't play the game, you're gonna get rewarded for just playing the newer patches. Just wait. Never work hard. That's how they reward you. But what else? What else do I have to talk about this that gets me tilted? I think there are a few more bugs and audio problems. I think whenever you start the game, they'll start blasting some music whenever you enter the title screen. I think they removed that because I didn't hear, or maybe I just normally played with sounds off. I turned on the background music, you know, just for the immersion of the game, for nostalgia things, but it didn't really give me any nostalgia. In fact, it only annoys me. But you know, I'll just have it here in the background. They added a bunch of stuff. Some of them were good, I guess. Let me just pull up the official website to show you what it's like, the events in this game. If you've never played this game before, hey, let me show you this type of theme. So basically, right now, I think just today they had this thing called Harmony Festival. They had this basically every year or every 3 months or something, or every half a year. I feel like it happens more than 1 year. Does it? Let's just say every once a year. But this is pretty cool because it gives you free potions and stuff. But honestly, nowadays you don't really need free potions because we have. And let me show you my inventory. Oh shit! Let me unblock this. Show you my inventory of potions I got. Yeah, we got a ton of these. I mean, my inventory doesn't even have that many, but if you were to play this game every single day, you probably have maxed out pages of free potions, so you probably never need potions in this game. But yeah, let me go back to the webpage, show you this stuff. Events, classic, 2x drop rate, 2x title count, drop rate. So now you can farm the titles 2 times faster. I think this is like raid stuff. I haven't done any of these things before. Yeah, 2x drop rate, 2x EXP, 2x for both. Also, it's like a few days they'll have 2x only for the drop rate. And for this day they'll have 2x EXP, and for this day they'll have for both. And then you know, some mini games. I always like these. It is always great to have mini games and MMOs. I always love having specialty events. It's like the only difference from the game that they add. They have similar dailies, yeah, more potions, inventory expansion. I always do these if I do play the game. Ooh, I do want this thing. Maybe I should play a bit. Yeah, let's be real here. I won't play the game after this. Because, you know, you're not rewarded for playing this game. You're rewarded for playing the newest patch, basically. So as long as you play on the newest patch, you'll have the good shit. But yeah, let me show you. Let me go to, I think, news or something. Yeah. That's where I should show you what it's like in this game. At least the theme of the patches. Like every time they update a patch, this is what happens. Alright, so it literally shows mainly costumes, basically, if you can see. Costumes, IBs, basically, because that's the big money, is the IBs and the new costumes. And then they will have like a few events like this Harmony Festival having to do with either class change or, you know, more EXP. And then they will have events where it's like tournaments. They actually did drop a new raid, but honestly, I can't even do it. And probably most of the people can't even do it unless you've been playing the game every single day since for a long time. And I don't think most people would be playing this game every single day because you know, this game was dropped in 2011, and that was 13 years ago. 13 years later, I think people all have jobs to take care of their families and shit. I actually started the game in 2013 or 14, but I didn't really play the game much because I didn't really have a computer. I think I really started during high school or something. But yeah, as you can see the pattern, they had the enhancement EXP events, and then they would have some random ass holiday event where you could buy more IBs, as you can see over here, calling all IB completionists. So basically, if you're a collector, you have a chance to buy these things. I think it was like a 2-for-1 sale or something. Yeah, basically that's the event. They have a lot of these. And then they have another one right here. Just a month ago, they have like another. This is not an IB, but it's like the skin, a cash skin. Like you could buy this straight up in the store without doing gacha, which is pretty nice, I guess. But you know, there's no point of getting these unless they do have a magic wardrobe, which is basically. Damn, I don't know how to say it, but it's like it covers up your skin with this skin. It's like it chooses your skin to cover up something. So if you have like an IB set that has really good stats, you could like use this to cover it up, to make it look better, or make it look like it fits into your set. And they have like bug fixes and stuff to buff characters and nerf characters. They usually buff characters. I think recently they started nerfing a bit, but it doesn't matter anymore at this point. The more cash shop stuff, they added hair color change for costumes, which is cool. I feel like they should have added this a long time ago, but you know, better late than never. Well, honestly, at this point, it's like it's already too late. Honestly, this is the first time I'd say it, but it's too late that they added now. They have more costumes for new characters because I think this is a new character called India. I tried her one time for like a few minutes and then I realized it's not for me. But yeah, they started basically every time they drop a character, they get to sell the IBs again. Because you know how there's sets that occurred back in the days? They straight up drop a whole patch to have all the IBs for that one new character. And that's like another patch. More bug fixes. This core kaching giveaway, this shit is rigged as hell. I mean, at least I think it is, because every time I see the winners, it's, you know, it's always the same people. It's always some well-known elsword player. So that's how I think it's rigged or something. Like, how is it always some well-known elsword player? More bugs, and then this was the raid update. Labor Day, basically more sales, like 20% off or something. And same goes for Black Friday. Like, you would think since it's Black Friday once a year thing, but nah, all they do is give you like 20% off or something, or some sort of bonus. Maybe 50% off. Labor Day, I think they give you like a free old accessory or something. A shitty accessory, not the good ones. And then another one of these events where they give you more EXP, or they help you make a new character. So it adds on, it's like if you play now, it's easier to upgrade, because it makes you skip levels. And then more ice burners, more cash shops. This is a new character, so they let you buy the ice burners of that new character. Bug fix. Oh shoot. Whoops. But yeah, you get the pattern. It's literally cash shop items, IB items for the gacha, and then they have bug fixes, and then they have tournaments and stuff. The main source of events is tournaments, because for some reason nowadays it's just the PvP. Well, I don't know why I can't see it now, but just a few weeks ago it was mainly just tournaments, and it's always the same players. It's like, don't even bother seeing if there's any new players. It's always gonna be the same players. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe 3 pages in or something? Tournament? No, I don't see it. 4 pages in. Oh, they also have battle passes too, so yeah, it's like more stuff for you to buy. I think it's recent. Yeah, this is the recent Ascending Dragon one. It looks really cool. Free items, class change, yeah, championship PvP. They have a lot of these things. They have a lot of championship PvP tournaments, tourneys. It's not really well made either because it's like kind of scuffed, but it's whatever. A lot of cash shop items. Yeah, more winners. There's like these art events where honestly, no one, like, there's only a handful of people that participate every day. And there's the yearbook thing to make you feel included. It's pretty stupid though, because they always choose the people that are well known to have the highlights. They'll never choose someone that isn't well known. Yeah, more of these summer camp. Ooh, I guess that's different. But yeah, mainly cash up. Like 70% of the events in this game on the patches are cash up. Like, don't expect anything else. Just cash out, pay. But yeah, put that off. Damn, my foot's starting to hurt. Drink some water. But yeah, most of these new things can't even be accessed by new players, because in order to even do these new raids, I forgot to mention this, but I literally cannot do these new raids, and let me show you why. Because everything relies on the combat power. Back then they didn't have this, but what was the button? U? Oh yeah. So right now I have 1 million combat power, which I thought was high back then, but now, if you would try to do any of these new things, no, you cannot enter it unless you have 1.5. This was the old one too. The new ones, like, you need 3 million. I'm like not even close. And there's like 2 other maps that have this one too. I'm not, because there's Serpentine right now. That's the newest one that they were talking about. So I'm guessing it's like 1 map ahead of this one, which I can't even see because I'm pretty sure you have to beat these to even enter the new area. And I'm guessing that probably takes you like 5 million or something, because this is 3 million. I only have 1 million, so it's literally impossible for me to reach there. So you cannot even play these things if you're a casual player. And now I'm sure you can argue that me playing once every month is probably less than casual, but I can guarantee you that playing elsword every day is a 9-to-5 job, basically. Logging in, doing dungeons 20 times a day for hours every single day is not something easy. It's not something fun. It's nowhere close to being fun. You can ask anyone that's playing this game daily. They would be so glad they're done with the dailies. Like, they would have a sigh of relief. But yeah, I'm sorry elsword, but as much as I loved this game so much when I was younger, I believe their servers would be, it would be down sooner or later next year. I'm actually even surprised that this game is even up for the past 2 years. Like 2 years ago, I thought this game was gonna shut down, but it's still up. I don't know who's paying for these servers. Like, what kind of money are these? I've asked some players that are playing right now, and they said that the whales are paying heavy, but like, I don't think that's it. That's all it requires, right? Because I'm pretty sure every game also requires to also have whales. Like, I know in MapleStory 2 that shut down, they had a lot of whales. I've seen people spending thousands of dollars, like a lot of people spending thousands of dollars in that game because, classic pay to win MapleStory, but they still shut down. So I don't understand how elsword. I don't think elsword made more money than MapleStory 2. Like, even back at its peak, I think elsword didn't make as much money as MapleStory 2. Because there are some heavy MapleStory fans, and there's a reason why MapleStory is still popping off. At least the original game is. Still one of the bigger ones, even though as trash as it sounds, it's still a bigger MMO. But yeah, even some of the people that I've known that spent over 10k on this game quit. So like, it's hard to believe that there are people that are making the servers, like they're spending so much that these servers are still up. I really don't understand how. Like, they need to drop this formula, the secret formula for our economy or something for America, because we're in a really bad state. So if they drop this formula out, maybe we could do better. But yeah, I really think this is a sinking ship. Like, I've seen it getting worse, like the player base at least, and I'm pretty sure the devs themselves, like 100%, they know this is a sinking ship because they've been pushing out skins left and right, and you could tell from the webpage I just showed you. Like, they're dropping cash up, they're dropping IBs, they're pushing this shit out ASAP, and they're making these tournaments their main events, like every single time, and it's literally the same players too. Like, who are they bringing in with these events, PvP based? I like, why would I ever join these? It's literally the same players, and it's either there's the one pro guy that I remember. I think I remember their names. Actually no, I don't remember their names, but like, once I see them, I would recall them because I know they would always win. And then yeah, that's it. It's really just these tournaments and these IBs are pulling up this game, I guess. There was one time where I saved a lot of winnings of premium currency of the Kaching. Like, I actually won Kaching. Kaching is the name of their premium currency right now. I actually won a lot of it. I won like over 10k worth of Kaching. And let me tell you, 100 Kaching is $1. So if I won 10k, that's over $100, right? Man, I can't math, but yeah, pretty sure it's over $100, way over $100. And I actually lost all of it because I was saving it for like a future costume. Because when I was small, I wanted to save it for a really cool looking costume. But guess what? All of it disappeared because, I didn't use it. I wasn't playing the game much, and I sent them the ticket. Guess what they responded with? They said that it was a giveaway, so you shouldn't be entitled to have it anyways. It's literally what they said. They're like, oh, this is giveaway Kaching, so you can't really ask for help to get it back. And I was pretty pissed off. Like, who in the world does, like, just because it's giveaway doesn't mean that you guys just take it away and make me just not care about it, right? Just because it's giveaway, I shouldn't care about it? Man, it just blew my mind. Like, and what other game does this? Like, it's giveaway, so you shouldn't care about losing it. That was like over $100 worth of Kaching. So let me actually open up that item mall shop and show you what you could get with 100. You could buy like these are. I probably could have gotten a bunch of IVs. I could probably get like full sets of these, multiple sets of these. I could buy a bunch of mounts, a bunch of pets. Like, any costume in the world I could probably get because over 10k, and you see how these are like $5 and stuff. I could get any of these things, but I didn't because they all disappeared. Wait, I actually recently won. Yeah, they also removed the other ones too. Shoot. But yeah, they have shitty customer service. That's what I like to say about this game. Shitty customer service. But yeah, that's just me talking about what pissed me off when I was younger. But this wasn't. I guess it isn't a big of a deal now because it's like, why would I care since I barely played the game? But yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe because I barely played the game, they were like, let's take away his Kaching. But yeah, so what made this game great was that, I mean, in the end of the day, it was a good game when I first started because of the character combos and the knockdown system. And after getting enough mana, you could use like a big skill to do some cool stuff. But due to greed, this game has developed skins that give you mana faster. And you no longer need to do anything but press a skill because skins carry you. And basically pay to win equipment. Well, I don't think there's any fixing to this. It's just I feel like it's there's no way to go back on everything they added that is pay to win. But yeah, all this game is for many of these people is that I asked that it's just a game for people to talk with their last friends on the list, right? It's like a last. Most people just go on this game to talk with you know, these people that are on, but you know, as you can see, everyone on my friends list quit because, you know, it's like, what is there to play in this game anymore? But yeah, every single person I've asked in this game, they would say that they're mainly on for their nostalgia and for their friends that they made in this game, or else they would have quit already. Let me actually do a quick drive by to the sparring place. This is where you many people talk with. Like, they would make rooms in the sparring system, but as you can see, the only room is this one and this one. There's like one room. It's so funny how back then I thought 20 rooms was empty. Man, there's only one room and it's locked. This is how empty this game is. So how are these servers even running? It's so empty. And this is the town. It's so, like, I saw one player before that flashed by, but that's it. Well, probably because there's no one goes here, but like, I really like this place. But yeah, I really don't understand how this game is still up. It is the game I've played for such a long time. It's helped me get through a lot of tough times too, actually. Like, I'd almost give up in school and stuff because I would cry, and then I would play this game, make friends, and we would talk about it, and I would get through it. And I remember these good old times on this game. Helped me get through. I struggled through, and unfortunately, there's none of that because, you know, they're all off. No one plays it, except for the few people that are on right now. IGNs. People are literally selling IGNs. I don't understand. But yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about. And I hope whoever has seen this video, I mean, I'm pretty sure people that are watching this are like all ex-elsword players. You know, I just wanted to show you what's going on right now in elsword because I just hopped on to check out the events because there is you know, there's that new area with the new Harmony Festival event. I mean, it's not new, but like, you know, it's once a year, so I check it out. Show you guys, you know, anything that's new. It's not really anything new. It's literally the same thing. They added a new raid, new weapon, and I guess if you log in now, you'll get the free weapon I just got. They give you the free weapon with the free plus 11. So if you everything this is of value, it's probably not of value because they're probably going to give out the next new raid weapon. I think it's the Ron. There's like some Ron rage weapon. That thing came out like a long time ago, but you know, it's nothing to be surprised about if you get these weapons nowadays because I did get this one a few times too, but I didn't get it to plus 11. But yeah, now it's a free plus 11, so if you ever want this, log in, stay on for 60 minutes and you'll get this. But you know, I don't even recommend you to do that because it's not even worth going on when pretty sure maybe 2 or 3 months later they'll give you another one of these for free. But yeah, that's it.